There we go. Stream went down. Now stream's back up. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with YouTube. Day. I think it's back up, right? Day. I think it's back up, right? Yeah, we're back. What the hell? I think it's back up, right? There we go. Huh. It's back up, right? I don't know what's going on. Thanks, man. There we go. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. YouTube is dropping people, the internet. Who knows? Yeah, this internet future that we're talking about, right? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. YouTube. This is what we're gonna do. We can't even get on the friggin' internet to talk to people. And you're telling me we're gonna get internet to play games and be competitive and enjoy ourselves with games? Yeah, I'm sure. Streaming. But anyway, before the stream goes down, I appreciate you guys sticking in here with all this crapola that's going on. We're gonna tell a story. That's right. Yeah, I know. It's Sick Humor's podcast, man. We all dropped out. I'm resending the link now because I don't know what happened to this. What's going on here? Yeah, we all dropped out. And what's up, Glorious? How you doing, man? Yep. I don't know. Well, I'm gonna share the link because we lost the other link before I start sharing what I wanted to. Okay, got the link there. I'm just gonna say everybody. I'm gonna tweet it out again. Join in stream is back up. We need grinders. Stream is back up. All right, we're going back. I just want to make sure that the stream came back up. Damn. All right. So anyway, before I was rudely interrupted by Phil Ness and YouTube for that matter, pulling the plug. What's up, Meds? How you doing, man? So, before I was rudely interrupted by those two clowns. What'd I say? What's going on? Yeah, Meds, it wasn't too much. It was an intro about all the craziness going on. Xbox Civil War. There's just craziness going on here. And I'm not going to speak for all those people, but I'm going to speak for myself and how shit has changed. And the dudes who bought Xbox consoles, and maybe, you know, if you're a PC gamer, you don't understand this. But if somebody's going to take you to go get the most amazing burger you have ever had, and they say, trust me, give me $300, I'm going to transport you to the best place to have a hamburger. It is world renowned. And you give that much money to that person. I trust you. You know, the last time you didn't do me so bad, you did a good job last time. Show me where some good steaks are. Now I trust you with the burger. They take your money. Actually, they haven't, right? They take your money. Show me the best place. They close your eyes. They take you. You think you're going somewhere. Yo, man. Yo, they're taking. Oh shit. Yo, this is a long drive. This is somewhere probably exclusive. This is like some crazy ass shit. There's gonna be some bison burgers here. Shit, Kobe beef.
He is paying my assholes.
I'm not paying the ass. I'm ready to go. Take me to this burger joint. I'm ready. I trust you. You're taking me there. You told me about this burger. You told me about it. Car stops. Open up your eyes. And you're standing in front of a fucking Ronald McDonald's.
What the fuck?
And it's like, well, wait a second. I was signed up for the best burger. Oh, yeah, this place has a good burger. No, this is McDonald's. I gave you my money. You told me where you taking me. You promised me this shit. And now where I'm here at my destination, you're telling me You show me McDonald's. Oh, but it's not just a hamburger here. They got French fries and milkshakes and all this other stuff here. It's about all of it, not just the hamburger. No, I wanted the best hamburger. That's what you promised me. I gave you my money and you promised me your vision, what you were going to do. And this is where you dropped me off. And that's the roller coaster ride that it has been since 2013 with Xbox. We've been promised this vision early on. And here we are today. With people just going like, whoa, what is going, like, not my Xbox. What is this? Like, what's going on here? Okay, I guess, Phil. Okay, sure. I trust you, I guess. And this is what happened. But what? Is that just, is that fact or is that just opinion? Oh, it's fucking fact. It doesn't take long. You just search and just find the Tale of Two Phils. So, I would like everybody to
sit back and watch and listen to a tale so epic it has spanned over 6 years. Lies, drama, more lies, more drama. It's amazing. And I call it A Tale of Two Phils.
So here we are. Right. Let me share my screen to talk about the current Phil. You know him. The guy who just tripped over himself at E3 2019 stage. The biggest fallout of a stage show that I've ever seen. I've never seen a console go into E3 being the only show in town and trip over themselves. And have so much damage control over the next 2 months or month that it is absolutely hilarious. Why they didn't show Gears gameplay. Oh, xCloud is remote cloud. I'm so happy about the stuff that we didn't announce. I want everybody to stream. I want to reach 2 billion gamers. And probably the most infamous quote.
We're really focusing first on what it means to play these games on your phone. So we thought about how can we get as many people playing on a phone as possible.
Amazing. Nah, it's not much. I recapped at the beginning of this one. It was just the chaos that's going on. But I'm here to explain the story of why a lot of people are feeling the same way that I feel in this whole, enough is enough. Like, stop damage controlling what is going on. Stop what has gone on to give you the faith that they're going to come back or dominate or even be relevant the same way that they were. And it's the Tale of Two Phils. And it has to do with the story of Phil Ness. And that's where I'm going to show. But we're talking right about now, the current Phil. The one that says, when everybody plays, we all win. You know that guy. Oh, he jumped on a little bit. I told him to take a hike, but yeah, Phil Ness jumped on. But I'm sure he'll jump on somewhere because he's not going to like what I'm going to have to say about it. But we're talking about the current Phil. The current guy. The one that says when everybody plays, we all win. And we want engagement. So if we put our game on the Switch, I'm so excited about that, and put our IP on the Switch with Banjo. So happy about that. Plus, cross-play, and everybody plays, and everybody does this, and everybody does that, and the consoles are not the business. Yeah, that Phil. We're going to start with him. Okay? We're going to start with Phil. I'm trying to
use the phone!
Spencer. We'll refer to him as Phil the Phone Spencer. And this Phil Spencer had a lot to say. Yeah, he has a lot to say. Let's see if you can see my desktop here. Yep, in the chat. Okay, good. So you can see my desktop. Hold on for the chat. I'm not going to be able to say it right in a second. But I just wanted to point out a couple of times. Because, again, this is real. Okay? This is real. This is not...
Bullshit.
Bullshit! You said it's all bullshit. All of it. Jesus, you...
This is not this. This is not somebody just making shit up. This is what the dude says. Venture beat. Okay? And what year? This is December 2018. Shit. Okay? And they're talking about the fiscal year. Attention means money. They acquired the first-party studios last year. The company bought Minecraft for $2.5 billion. Okay? Content component is critical to what they're building, right? The strategy for the future, right? The streaming, the Game Pass, the xCloud, streaming with a subscription model makes tons of sense. But here it is. How do we reach 2 billion gamers? If you build a market around a couple, this is quote, if you build a market around a couple 100 million people who are going to own a game console or a high-end gaming PC, then your business model diversity can actually narrow because your consumers, your customers are narrow. We're narrow. But when you think about reaching a customer with this content where their only compute device could be an Android phone,
we're really focusing first on what it means to play these games on your phone. So we thought about how can we get as many people playing on a phone as possible.
Thanks, Phil. What are the ways that that person pays for content? So he's saying that the console gamer and the high-end PC, that's just a narrow focus. When you're trying to reach 2 billion gamers. Just remember the key words that I'm mentioning here in our current Phil the Phone Spencer. 2 billion gamers. It's so narrow to focus on that. We got to focus on phones because that's what the people on the Android phone. That's what he said. And then he goes on talk about the cloud infrastructure. Oh, this is the benefit. Now remember, this is I signed my hand with Sony and give them some of our cloud. So I guess this advantage now is null and void because Sony now has access to those servers because Microsoft was only the few companies to lead cloud-based subscription gaming. Okay, well, now Sony has those servers. So this is one of the things where basically Phil just gave, or Satya just gave them, Sony, whatever advantage Microsoft had in this cloud streaming. But listen to where he's looking past, like his future, like his promise to us right now. We are narrow. Now remember that. Streaming, future, subscription, narrow. The people on Android phone, that's where I gotta go. Okay? So, I'll let you digest current Phil Spencer for now. So, that's current gen Phil Spencer. 2 billion people. Can't sell 50 million consoles, but 2 billion people he wants to touch. Okay. So now, we're going to go. Oh, shit. We got another Phil Spencer, current Phil the Phone Spencer interview. Again, Let me see if I have. Let's see if this one I have up here. This interview from him. Nah, that's another. I'm gonna save this one when we come back to the future. When we go back to the future, we're going back to the past now. We're gonna go see Marty's mom, right? So now that is 2018 Phil Spencer. Okay, that is Phil the Phone Spencer. So why are Xbox fans just had enough when they read Phil the Phone Spencer's comments in 2019? What's up, Game Night? How you doing, man? We're going to go back. We're going to go back in time.
Don't do it! I'm warning you, do not do it!
Yo, yeah, I'm going back in time to show why Xbox fans are pissed and why it is true nobody who bought an Xbox console signed up for this future. This is not what people went out and bought an Xbox console for. If you are a real Xbox fan, you know that that is true. As much as you want to deny it, this is not our future because this future doesn't include the Xbox console. So why would you purchase an Xbox console? I'll tell you why. Because of hashtag Phil Ness.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's enough, Jez. That's enough. Grinds my gears. I am done. Don't mind him, everybody. Sorry I got a little left. But he's gonna take you back to when I got promoted to head of Xbox. But that time don't exist anymore. You gotta listen to me now, because now is the real Phil. This is the real Phil. Don't listen to what I said when I became head of Xbox. That wasn't true. I wish people forgot about that, and I think a lot of them did. That's why they follow me now. So listen to me. Don't listen to the 2014 Phil Spencer. Listen to the smooth sound of PC gaming, PC to premium customer. And xCloud, ooh, that just rolls off my tongue. And games, oh my goodness, on phones. Woo-wee. Now those are the key words that I want you to hear. That's what I want you to hear. Don't listen to this now. Listen to that you're gonna hook up your controller to your phone. And you're gonna play games over the cloud. That's where I want you. Right there. That's where Phil, who's your daddy? Won't you? Alright? Out.
I told you. Son of a bitch.
Come on, don't bullshit me.
He comes on here trying to wow you guys. Tell you, man, that Phil Ness, he comes on here and he tries to talk those smooth sounds and tries to get you confused. Just watch. Don't listen to him. He's trying to confuse you. Just like he did at E3 where he talked about cloud and said, oh, you can stream from your console. He's Phil Nessing you. Don't listen to him. When he comes on here, just listen to something else. But don't listen to what he's saying. We're going to go back right now. Man, says the way is the real Phil. Yo, man, that is hashtag Phil Ness. You got to watch him. You got to watch him, man. He pops up in this stream once in a while, man, and he tries to coerce you guys. Check, you got to watch for him. But anyway, ignore the man behind the curtain. We're going to go back now to Phil Spencer, head of Xbox, 2014. This is Phil.
Who is your daddy?
Spencer. We just are leaving now Phil Phil the Phone Spencer to Phil
Who is your daddy?
Spencer, because he was a tough guy. And he was talking a tough game in 2014. But this is why. This. And this is just one article. One. But here we go. You can see my desktop, right? Fortune magazine. Ooh-wee. Fortune.com. Big money, big money, big money. You could say it good. So, congratulations, April 25th, 2014. New head Phil Spencer discusses evolving the games industry. In 2014, just a mere 5 years ago. 5 years ago. Why are Xbox fans realizing now we didn't sign up for this? Why? April 2014. The new head of Xbox came in to save us from the evil Donnie D. And Phil Spencer walked into Xbox and said,
Place looks like a fucking crack house.
and he fixed it. Phil came in and fixed it and said,
All right, everyone, chill. Allow me to break the ice.
came in, gonna fix it. Because Donnie D made it messed up, right? And Phil, the Who's Your Daddy, comes in here. And he goes right up to the Xbox people and go,
I do not want to touch his ass. I want to make him talk, okay?
he wants to make them talk. He wants to talk the goods. That's what he does. He comes in here to save Xbox. This is his saving grace. And this is the stuff that we heard when we had our Xbox. This was early in the generation. PlayStation was beating it, but Xbox was getting a turnaround. And this is what happens when they said Phil Spencer saved Xbox. This is the Phil that everybody thinks is still there. Look at this question. I'm just going to leave it here. What role will exclusive games play in this generation of the console battle, especially as fewer AAA games are being developed today versus past console generations? Wow, that did not age well with that question. But listen to Phil Spencer's response to exclusive games in 2014.
Hello, cutie pie. One of us is in deep trouble.
All right, he didn't say that, but here it goes. Exclusive games will continue to play a major role for Xbox in the new console generation. He's talking about this one. Just as they have in previous generations. I am a true believer in our exclusive platform features like Connect.
Come on, don't bullshit me.
Smart Glass.
Come on, don't bullshit me.
And the cloud.
Come on, don't bullshit me. Take it back!
All right. He's a true believer in exclusive platform features like Connect, Smart Glass, and the cloud. But games have always been the bedrock of our consoles at Xbox. On Xbox One, we came out of the gate strong last November with Forza Motorsport 5, Dead Rising 3, and Rise Son of Rome. And we haven't slowed down, having just released Kinect Sports Rivals, and of course, Titanfall. This E3 is important for us to show gamers our future plans for exclusives and third-party support. Right now, I think we have a strong lineup of in-development exclusives, including games like Sunset Overdrive, Project Spark.
No deal.
Quantum Break, and Halo. In addition to some exciting titles you will hear more about at E3, such as Fable, hint hint, and Scalebound, hint hint. It's going to be a great E3 to be able to share the games coming. Hold on, I gotta take a drink of water. Are you reading this? Are you reading this, Xbox fans? God damn! Games coming exclusively to Xbox One. And it's only going to get better.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Yeah, I got a lot of questions. There's a lot of power in that statement. A lot of exclusive games. And a lot of word exclusively. That's just the answer to one question. So let's jump back into the chat. We got more, but clear my throat. So, True Lies is a very good Arnold movie. Thank you, Cyber Dragon. What's up? I'm back into the chat. So, do you see that paragraph? Do you hear what 2014 Phil Spencer told the Xbox fan base? In development exclusives. Games exclusively coming to Xbox One. I'm a true believer in our exclusive platform features like Kinect, Smart Glass, and the cloud. Guys, we're 5 years away from this quote. This was around E3 2014, okay? We're 5 years out. What has happened to this quote since then? Kinect is gone. Smart Glass is gone. The cloud was a lie with Crackdown 3. We're on Forza Motorsport 8 coming. We got no sequel to Rise Son of Rome. Dead Rising 3 yielded Dead Rising 4 the Christmas edition. Nobody gave a shit. Kinect Sports Rivals died because Kinect died. And Titanfall went multiplat and dropped a huge deuce with Titanfall 2. Thanks, EA, with their stupid releasing of Titanfall. And went multi-platform. Likewise, Sunset Overdrive never got a sequel. Quantum Break, Remedy is done, and they brought back Alan Wake and coming out with Control, so Quantum Break was done. And Project Spark, the team has been fired, and the game was deceased. And Halo, we saw with Halo 5, they added a new character, and we got to play the main character, Master Chief, for 4 or 5 missions, and we talked about Agent Locke and his movie. And his last line in this quote, it's only going to get better. So what? And Game Night's right. He talked down exclusives like Zelda and Horizon. We're not talking about Phil the Phone Spencer. This is Phil Who's Your Daddy Spencer when he came in here. That was his topic. This is what he said. It's only going to get better. And games coming exclusively. And he canceled Scalebound. That was announced. That got canceled. Fable got canceled. What happened? What happened? That's what I want to know. What happened? Did a meteor strike the Earth or something in the last 5 years that just changed everything about this quote? That the same person, this is not a president from 3 years ago. This is not before Satya. This is Phil Spencer himself about evolving the gaming industry. He believed in console exclusives. He says they've been the bedrock to our console. This is not old news. This is what Xbox fans were sold on. And this is, they believe, is what's going to come back. But you've read Phil the Phone Spencer. From now, this is not the same person. It is a totally different strategy. And what happened in the last 5 years? What happened? The Switch didn't exist, but then the Switch comes out with exclusives. Sony had indie games and had exclusive marketing deals and had other exclusives and still coming out exclusives. Sony didn't change. Nintendo didn't change, except with the Wii U, getting rid of it, and the Switch. What changed for this dramatic shift in exclusivity? And it's going to get better. And consoles are the bedrock. Platform features like Kinect and Smart Glass and the cloud. Exclusive features, exclusive content. Now, you say the word exclusives on Twitter, people call you toxic. They call you non-consumer friendly or anti-consumer. It's like you have horns and a pitchfork if you say the word exclusive. It's a dirty word. Well, this one was spewing shit in 2014 if that's dirty, because he says exclusive about 20 times. So why the Xbox Civil War? Why people are pissed off about what's going on? It's because we were fed this bullshit.
Bullshit.
Bullshit! You sell It's all bullshit. All of it.
You're a stuff has its limits.
I need a vacation.
Oh, shit!
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 Shit! Shit!
Shit! God! Come on, you piece of shit!
I don't do requests.
Yeah. All bullshit. This is what Xbox fans were sold on when we bought the console. That's why when I say we did not sign up for this, games everywhere, cloud, attach shit to your phone, strap-ons to the phone, our games going on other platforms, PC gaming, yay for the win, Steam now games going for the win. No, not day and date. Not day and date. Look, this is from the horse's mouth. But wait, there's more. But let me get back to the chat. Let me see what the grinders are saying in this friggin' chat room. Going crazy and shit. Mads, you're a PC gamer. You don't know the word exclusives. Exclusives dirty talk to a PC gamer because that means you don't get it. My point is, look at what our daddy Phil has told us when we bought his Xbox and where we are today. Phil Ness. There it is. Phil Ness. This is a console talk. This is what happens. Exclusives, consoles, the whole reason why they exist. Phil told you in 2014. It's only going to get better, he says. Only going to get better. So let's see how it got better. Let's see. So what else did he have to say about this? Oh, snap, guys. Oh, snap. What are the challenges for the console business today as mobile devices become more powerful so quickly, and other companies like Valve, Amazon, Ouya? Ha! Remember when Ouya was a threat? Ah! Ouya and Nvidia enter the gaming space. Well, let's see what Phil says about these guys, because mobile devices now, what are the consoles going to do? The competition for how people spend their free time is as old as the games industry itself. But there's certainly more people playing games than ever before on numerous devices with a seemingly unending pipeline of content. So he says that, which sounds almost like to this Phil, right? But here where it differs. I see the success studios are having with games on all these other platforms as great opportunities to learn. Games like Minecraft and World of Tanks found their success off console. And we've learned a lot as a platform on what it means to create a place where those games could be successful on the TV. Not on the phone, on the TV. There is more opportunity here as you see more and more hit franchises growing that don't come to AAA consoles. Woo! But I think could. So what is he saying there, Grinders? What is he saying? What is he saying? You know what he's saying? He's saying that, yeah, there are a lot of games out there. There are games that do better on other platforms, on PC, on mobile. But we've learned this is a great learning opportunity for those games to come to the AAA console, to the TV, and find success. Is he talking about games coming to the console rather than taking all our games off the console and putting them other places? He's talking about building games to the console. Completely opposite of what he's saying now. He's talking about games coming and finding success on the console. That's what he's talking about. Oh, they should come to us because we are the TV. There's more opportunity, more hit franchises growing that don't come to consoles, but I think they should. Now, we've seen a little bit of it. I guess with PUBG is one of the examples. But there's very lacking in this vision of what he's trying to do. But I understand taking those games and bringing them to console to have them successful. But in nowhere here did he talk about taking everything that made the console successful or why the console he is, such as this whole paragraph, and say, guess what? All that's going to go on those devices. No, we get our cake, and then we'll eat it too. If there's other games that could come to our console, that's great. Excellent. That's how a console does. In no way do you say, I'm taking everything that makes this console unique and just putting it on other devices, which that's what we're at now. That's why I said nobody signed up for this, because this is the deal that we signed. This is the expectation of a console. Right here. He says it. So why are people mad now? Why? Because enough is enough. When this starts not happening, people get wise and go, yo, we're never going to get that burger we were promised. And how much longer can I keep eating this McDonald's shit? And tell me about the French fries and chicken sandwiches and flurries and McFlurries and shit. Yeah, enough is enough. And it's only going to get better. Hashtag Phil Ness. So then, remember they had such problems with indies? This is where he flipped the script. Like, oh, we need more indie developers. Well, that's all they got now in indies, because that's only people that want to put up with their shit development. And I want everybody to read this. Right here. What do you feel the game industry has learned from the success of Titanfall when it comes to campaign modes for shooters? First, I want to congratulate our partners at Respawn and EA for creating a truly amazing game. We've been very proud partner with them and feel honored to share as part of our success. My hope is that Titanfall has affirmed one of the most fundamental principles of game development I believe in. A great game can come in all forms, shapes, and sizes. There's no set formula or checklist you need to hit. When you assemble a team with a passionate vision and arm them with the platform and the tools they need, they can do amazing things. Titanfall, early success has proven that. I think it's very inspiring. Now listen to 2014 Phil Spencer. A great game can come in all forms, shapes, and sizes. Well, you don't want to know what? Let's jump back to the future. Now let's go to what did he say? Phil Spencer says single player games. What did he say? Wow. Guys, it doesn't take that many clicks. It doesn't take that many clicks. This is when somebody slipped him the roofies. When somebody slipped him the blue pill. 2017. This is when our Phil, Who's Your Daddy, 2014 started to turn into Phil, Who's Your Phone, Spencer. This is when he got slipped. Because this is when he started talking crazy things. Remember games come in all, what did he say? A great game could come in all forms, shapes, and sizes. There's no set formula, a checklist you need to hit. Oh, really? Okay. Let's see. The audience for those big story-driven games, I won't say isn't large, but they're not as consistent. You have things like Zelda, Breath of the Wild, or Horizon Zero Dawn they'll come out. They'll do well. But I don't think they'll have the same impact that they used to, because the big service-based games are capturing such a large amount of the audience. Sony's first-party studios do a lot of these games, and they're good at them. But outside of that, it's difficult, and they've become more rare. It's a difficult business decision for those teams. You're fighting into more of a headwind. We've got to understand that if we are to enjoy these games, the business opportunity has to be there for them too. Really? 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 So is this artsy fartsy Phil Spencer and this is businessman? Here he says they come in all forms, shapes, and sizes. There's no formula. It's the passionate vision and arm them on the platform with the platform and the tools they need to create their art. And this son of a bitch says right here, 3 years later, it's a difficult business decision for those teams. We've got to understand that if we enjoy those games, the business opportunity has to be there for them. So there needs to be a business. That means it needs to sell in order for them to make their money back. And he goes, oh, I love Thimbleweed Park and Inside. Dude, Thimbleweed Park and Inside are not Zelda and Horizon Zero Dawn. If you're comparing those single-player games to Legend of Zelda, you could tell this guy, he's talking indie games versus Breath of the Wild and Horizon. Obviously, Thimbleweed Park and Inside are not the narrative single-player games equivalent to Zelda and Horizon. I understand that they're single-player games, but they're not the same level. Jesus, man. You can't compare, like, well, one of my best favorite games last year was Thimbleweed and Inside. Oh, so you're saying that single-player games could be indie games because the business is okay. But if they're big-budget single-player games like Zelda and Horizon, the business doesn't really approve of that. You see games as a service. You see the transition of Phil Spencer. You see it. And this is just this. I did not take 2 years to come up with this shit. This is just quick fixes. Okay? This is quick articles right here. Okay? Do you see how it has changed? The point is the messaging. This has been 5 years. And it has gone from exclusives matter to now it doesn't matter. The console is important. Now the console is not important to the business. I like Thimbleweed Park, but Horizon and Zelda don't benefit the business. Oh, really? True exclusives. Exclusive platform features. And you say why people are fed up with it. And why it's hashtag Phil Ness. Why, guys? Why? You see it. It's plain as day. This is not my just theory of it. This is quotes from articles that he has stated. Okay? It doesn't get realer than me sticking a microphone in his mouth and him saying it himself. All right? And my whole point of this whole thing is that it's wasted energy. They are not going to establish themselves on PC. He wants to earn the PC gamer's respect. It's wasted energy. They will never. A PC gamer will take your shit and spit on you and take your shit away. That's what they'll do. They're not going to come loyal Xbox fans or loyal Windows fans because you could play Gears of War on Steam. No. They're going to take the game. They're going to exploit it. They're going to try to hack it. They're going to try to make it their own and do whatever else they do with PC tinkering. And why would you waste your energy for that? Because the console player, what happened, guys? And this still comes back to my question. What happened in the last 5 years to warrant this huge change in exclusivity and console focus to now the kumbaya and all that other stuff? What happened? Nobody else is doing it. Sony's not doing it. Nintendo's not doing it, and they're seeing their most expense. Their most success right now. What happened? What happened? Chat, do you know what happened in the last 5 years to warrant the tale of two Phils? And what's happening now that people still believe 2014 Phil? He's not there anymore. He's gone. But what happened? I'll let the chat try to respond to say, what happened in the last 5 years? What happened? Ding, ding, ding. What happened? Ding, ding, ding. At least somebody's listening. Thank you, Mog. Battle Royale craze. You know what? Service games? Okay. But what happened? Of course they mentioned some NBA shit. No. They did not sell the consoles, and the games did not sell. That's what happened. That's what happened to Phil Spencer. The Golden State Warriors dominated the NBA. That's what happened. They did not sell their games. And whose job is that? Their job to make us want to play their games? So, that's where we came from. That's where an Xbox fan came from. That's why I'm true to what I'm saying when I say we did not sign up for this. So all that narrative going on about, oh, more gamers to play, kumbaya, give me the marshmallows, pass the chocolate. No. We did not come from that. That wasn't Phil's word as soon as he came in as head of Xbox. That wasn't. They pulled the rug from underneath us all. They basically flipped the script. And then now say, consoles, I can look at all, you know where the quotes are. Consoles are not the business. It's about engagement. It's about reaching people wherever they are. It's about
We're really focusing first on what it means to play these games on your phone. So when we thought about how can we get as many people playing on a phone as possible.
what else? What else did we say? What else? I think there's another. What else? Oh wait.
Xbox One X is the most important? No.
Oh, what was that?
Xbox One X is the most important? No.
Oh, really? That don't sound like 2014 Phil, does it? Night, Med. See you later, man. Does that sound like 2014?
Xbox One X is the most important? No.
Oh, it's not.
How important is market share versus Nintendo and versus Sony's PlayStation?
The two metrics I really look at in the growth of this business is engagement of players. How many monthly active players do you have across any device? And what does your software and service revenue look like for those players?
Yeah, very nice. Thanks, Meds. Yeah, like, share out the video. Let's get some more grinders in here, because we're going to get the soundboard going. And I don't know, that Phil Ness, he's scooping around here. He don't like what I have to say. But 2014 Phil Spencer, no, it doesn't, right? Right, Game Night? Doesn't sound like him. Thanks, Meds. I'm glad you see my side, even though you don't see my side. Anyway, you'll come on for a grinder session, because Meds comes from the PC. It's totally different. This is a wonderful story for PC gamers. I have a PC. This is a great story, because guess what? Phil has opened up the gates to Troy. And all the games are coming now to PC, and the PC is a first-class citizen because Microsoft has screwed them for all these years, and now they're trying to kiss the PC gamer's ass. You want to know what? It's nice to get your ass kissed, right? You're the premium customer to them right now. Okay? So if you're a PC guy, and you've been there, and you just waited for Microsoft to bring their shit over, this is glorious. Glorious. Kev would agree. Meds would agree. This is it. But to somebody who didn't start on PC gaming and really never had no interest in PC gaming, and now I just have a PC gaming machine here to do, whatever games I want to play on there. And you know what? I like it. It's fine. But I'm not going to abandon the console. Frames, all that other bullshit. You want to know what? Because it's about the exclusive games. They got unique games on console. That's why I'll stay with the console. That's what keeps you there. And it's right. Without the exclusives, PC is the way to go. Like, that's the thing, because you get to play the games the best. You get a PC involved so you could do, like, homework and shit. And you can play the games the best, and you get all their exclusives. The exclusive games are the things that keep you there. That's the whole reason why a console exists. It's the exclusivity. It's not anti-consumer. It's the essence of a console. What do you say when you think Nintendo? An exclusive character. What do you say when you think of Sega? An exclusive character. Well, once exclusive character. Exactly. PC getting its ass kissed, and Xbox is getting its ass kicked. Couldn't put it simpler myself.
Xbox One X is the most important? No.
This is so true that I'll add my other quote that I put in here that you've heard. The question of the day, Phil. The question of the day.
All right, so let's say that hypothetically I'm still an Xbox 360 owner.
Yep.
That being said, what should my next hardware purchase be? I guess they are the tough questions.
No. I say.
Oh, he couldn't answer that. And that was when the transition happened. If that was 2014, Phil Spencer, what would he say? Go get an Xbox One. But that was 2017, Phil Spencer. That was 2016, Phil Spencer. He couldn't answer that because he knew that was when his games. That interview was the year that they announced Game Play Anywhere, where Xbox games were going day and date in the Windows 10 store, and their games would be on PC and Xbox on the same time. And you hear, one more time.
All right, so let's say that hypothetically I'm still an Xbox 360 owner.
Yep.
That being said, what should my next hardware purchase be? I guess they are the tough questions.
No.
Yeah. He couldn't answer it. Exactly, game night. Phil, we want exclusives, please. Oh, yeah, we'll put them on PC. He couldn't answer if you have a 360, what you should buy next. Is it a PC or is it an Xbox One? Yeah, he couldn't. Because he was putting his games everywhere. Because you know the exclusives are what matters. And you see. So when people come at you and go, oh, you're negative. Negative.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Oh, people on Twitter, get ready. Grinds My Gears will be showing that article all over Twitter. Because it puts the foot right in your mouth. That's where it came from. We did not sign up for this. We brought the beers to the campfire. We didn't share our marshmallows. All right? In 2014, we were coming with the beers and we were getting the girl. We weren't coming with our hands in our pants and marshmallows and friggin' chocolate chip cookies. Okay? We were coming to the show. It was about exclusives, exclusive features, exclusive games. It wasn't about everybody should play. He wasn't worried then. Oh, you know, Sunset Overdrive, more people should play our game. No. He was like, nah, exclusives. We did not come from this. Because guess what? If this was the message from day one, Xbox sales probably would be half of what they are right now. And that's why you're seeing a lot of people concerned with Project Scarlet. Because now the message is, it doesn't matter if you buy the console or not. Yeah, we got Jackbot. Go play as Jack in Gears 5. Can't wait. Bullet point. Great. Exactly what I wanted. But we were kicking ass and taking... They weren't kicking ass. But they were trying to crawl back into this console space when Phil took over. And when Halo did not hit like they expected it to hit, they started relooking at their finances. And that's when they started putting games on PC. And he had to cancel Scalebound right after that. It's not important. And I don't know how you sell a product where you're like, oh, well, if you buy it, it don't matter. You can play the same things from that product somewhere else. That's right, Glenza. That's right.
You bastards! You vicious, heartless bastards! Take it back!
Yeah. It's just sad. But that's proof that there was... This is Phil Spencer saying that in 2014. This is not somebody else. This is him. And now, you hear what he says. On top of that, we got one more, Grinders. We got one more thing going on here. We got one more thing. You think I make this shit short? No. We got one more thing going on here. We got one more. This article right here. Let's see if you say it. Yeah, you can say it. This article here. That he did it overseas. I translated it. I hit the translate button. Talked about, Jesus, is it German, I think, or Swedish? Anyway. PC Games Hallway, you know. Remember we said he has to kiss the PC gamer's ass. They criticized him for, dude, where was the Gears gameplay? Like, where was the Gears of War single player? And he had a similar comment to what Rod Ferguson said. So, hey, at previous E3 events, developers were on stage to play live. And then he goes, but usually not 18 months before release. And now, without entering into a debate with the internet, the fans wanted to see gameplay of Gears 5. But Rod Ferguson, studio chief, did not play a campaign on stage. So they say there's no gameplay. Very mocking, right? Anyway, people on stage, at home in the stream, the vast majority of viewers only see the screen-filling game anyway. This does not mean that it's not good feedback that players want to see something of the campaign of a game that appears 3 months after the E3. I understand that completely. Oh, but what he's trying to say and what he's doing is mocking people for criticizing that Gears 5 didn't have gameplay of the campaign. Very mockingly. He's basically going, and Rod kind of said this too in that IGN interview, where it's like, well, if I don't do it on stage, people are saying I don't do it. Really? Because if I go to the Twitters, is this the Twitter? Nah.
Responsibility of that. I want to represent gaming. Right? I think it's an important time where
they hyped up this press conference.
Larger community, news, and other things are looking at the gaming industry at E3. I think it's a time we kind of pop above a lot of the noise that's out there. So I think the whole team, we're taking the responsibility of being out there, representing gaming and wanting to do a good job of that. Independent studio, but it's going to be exciting years to really have them fully integrated in. Awesome. What can we expect from Community is such a highlight for me in it. I love the fact that we're in Microsoft Theater again, and it's going to be a familiar place, but also a place that's.
So the press conference was a pretty big deal.
What's going on at E3,
right?
And definitely, just the community is such a highlight for me at the show.
It's a pretty big deal that press conference, right? So him just going, well, because it wasn't on stage doesn't mean like, dude. Let me explain something to everybody out there. If you go back and look at the hype look at the hype. What's up, Jemai? How you doing, man? And you look at the hype that they had for this press conference at E3. Right? You look at that. The hype that they had. Oh, it's the biggest E3. What did he say? What did he say? Phil, what did he say about Phil? We thought about going big. I'll say it right here. What did he say? Spencer, E3 big. Again. We thought about going big E3. What did he say? He goes, this is going to be a fun E3 for us. We had discussions internally. Should we go big? Should we save some money? No, we're going to do our thing, and we're going to go big. As big as E3 we've ever seen. I'm excited about. We didn't show at E3, he says. That's right, Jemima. They held back Fable. Yeah, they held back Fable for next year when Sony and Nintendo come showing up and like they're showing sequels to their games and Nintendo's dropping Metroid and he's like, oh yeah, we got Fable. Nobody didn't give a shit. He's gonna be crowded with a whole bunch of other announcements. This was the year to show off everything. But they hyped up E3 stage. He hyped this up. So when you didn't show it on stage, that's what you rehearsed with since January. E3, why would you give Gears 5 6-minute slot? Why? That is your biggest game this holiday coming in 3 months. Why would you only give it 6 minutes? And then when people say, we want to see more of the campaign, multiplayer looks the same. I want to see the campaign. You showed us a little highlight reel of it last year. Let's see how it plays. Let's see some of the moves. Let's see an environment. Let's see if it's a hub world. Let's see if there's a vehicle. Let's see if she could do different weapon executions. Let's see if it's customizable. See, people don't understand. I get on Twitter, people going like, oh, they don't want to spoil the story. There are about 20,000 other things they could talk about the campaign without spoiling the story. I just mentioned about 10 of them, thinking off the top of my head. Mechanics, gameplay, environment, graphics, lighting, character, all that stuff. They could have teased that. They could have talked about. But none of that shit's going to get talked about until it launches. And you chose not to show that stuff on the biggest E3. Oh, they said they're going to show it later. What is bigger than E3, fools? Because I recall people telling me E3 still matters. E3 is still the biggest show. So what's bigger than E3, fools? What's bigger than E3? For these excuses. Oh, they'll just show it right near launch. What? On an Inside Xbox weekend show with Major Nelson in his white gloves to give prostate exams? That's going to be the banger? It's going to be on an Inside Xbox show in September, maybe? We don't even know. Well, it's not going to be talked about at all. Or maybe it's going to be a launch trailer that they'll just drop on YouTube. Is that bigger than E3? Is that bigger than the E3 stage? Rod Ferguson said I had 6 minutes to show the game. And he didn't show the game. Instead, they wasted 2 of the minutes for the stage to come open with smoke and show us that there's wrestlers underneath. Great way to use 6 minutes. Did we really need that? It wasn't the stage opening to reveal gameplay. It was to show that we're hiding some wrestlers underneath here. That's a great utilization of 6 minutes. That's not what I would have done to show my game in 6 minutes. Oh, look. Here's some wrestlers you might know. And we'll stream the rest of it later. Nobody's going to tune in later. This was the stage. This is E3. E3 is the press conference. There's a reason why you had a press conference and you said you're going to go big. 6 minutes in heaven. Yeah, that's right. There's a reason why you said you're going to go big. You're going to go 6 minutes. They're hiding something. All right? Gears 5 campaign is hiding something. Because if it was that big and ambitious, they would have started showing parts of it right now. It's either short, it is either almost like DLC campaign, which that's my fear, especially when they said you're playing Kate and Dell in a different environment. It sounds like it's a side story or a spin-off. There should be Gears 4 DLC campaign. It has all the inklings of that. Oh, 2 characters on a side quest going up into the snow to find out her story. While the main characters that we've been following for the last decade, well, Marcus, and his son that might have a conflict, those dudes are going to be on vacation chilling while we go have Kate go ice skating with Dell and go find out why she's wearing that necklace and her mom is a thing. Is a locust. Great. And guess what, guys? If she turns into the Locust Queen and kills Dell, and then comes, are you gonna care? Is Dell, is he like Dom when Dom died? Take this from a Gears fan. Like, are you gonna care if Dell gets killed? Oh no, she turned bad. Oh no, she killed Dell. Uh-oh, Gears 6 coming. I'm not gonna care. Because I don't even... Dell was the 4th player in the Gears 4. I didn't give a shit about it. Like, who cares? If she kills Marcus, then yeah. But, like, still. If they're so ambitious, and this is so amazing... Clinton says, go big in 6 minutes. If it takes that long, go see a doctor. Yeah, exactly. big and ambitious. Like, something is weird. Like, it's strange. And people are just going based off Phil Spencer 2014 hopes and dreams. Like, oh no, Gears has always been good. Yeah. Jackbot. Another video. Oh yeah, you could be Kate, Dell, and Jackbot. Oh no, maybe she kills Dell, and then Jack has to go back like R2-D2 style and kind of communicate to Marcus and his son what happened. Like, oh shit, where is she? Where is she, boy? Where is she, boy, Jackbot? She killed Dell. Like, is that the end of Gears 5? Like, shit. Hope not. But if the campaign is what you led with, and you want to know what, people go, why are you worried? Or why are you creating so much drama? You know.
Don't get dramatic now, all right?
You want to know why? It's not that I have long-term memory. It's I have short-term memory. Can anybody in chat, this is a quiz, tell me what were we saying right now last year about Microsoft's conference in regards of one particular game? Talking about campaign, multiplayer. What were we saying last year? What was the concern last year that people said don't be concerned about? It's okay. 1 year ago. What is it? What was it? Please chat. I know you're smart gamers. You grinders are smart dudes. And dudettes if you dudettes out there. You're smart people. You know exactly what we were talking about last year. And people said don't be worried. There was one specific game coming out of Microsoft's conference. There it is. There it is. There it is, baby. 5-alarm fire. Crackdown 3. Phil's baby. There it is. Last year, at this time, we were saying, all right, it's Terry Crews, Sumo Digital, campaign presented by Sumo Digital, Terry Crews. Where is the power of the cloud? Where is the destruction? Where is the multiplayer? Don't worry. They said that it works. Don't worry about it. It's there. The destruction's there, I heard. Joe, I love those sirens. Yeah. Oh, the multiplayer's there. The cloud works. Don't worry about it. They just wanted to focus. They were just talking about the campaign. Let's see. But don't take my word for it. Where's the multiplayer? And what did they say at E3 when they were asked? Oh, we're not talking about that right now. We're not talking about that right now. Right? We're not ready to share that right now. Yeah. Guys, you know, grinders, you know why we're here, right? You know. You know why you come here. I'm not talking out my ass. Okay? Like, I show the articles. This is the shit that we read, right? What'd I say? A year ago? Shit. Not even a year ago. This is 2 years ago. This is when when Terry Crews wasn't in it. I'll go back to a year ago. But look at this. Look at this. They didn't show Crackdown at all in 2017, actually. I misspoke. 2018, they showed a campaign, but 2017, they didn't show it. And look what happened. Despite E3 no-show, Crackdown 3's destruction is all going fine. We haven't shown the campaign off, so we wanted to show that at E3. Oh. Crackdown 3's campaign is roughly 16-hour experience. The city is 2.5 times bigger than the original game. The campaign is split up. The crime bosses. These crime bosses control specific parts of the city. So what did they say? Oh, we just wanted to show the campaign off. We just wanted to show the campaign off. Really? Let's see. Let's see. Oh man, it doesn't take long. Is this it? It was what? Wait till next year's E3? Or was wait till Gamescom XO18? They're going to show Crackdown multiplayer. Don't worry. Don't worry. Crackdown 3's fine. It's fine. Let's see. Let's see if Greeny had anything to say. It's a games reactor. Oh, get your bullshit popcorn ready. Oh, get it ready.
We're at the, and I'm gonna try and get this right. We're at the International After Hours at Xbox Fan Fest during E3 2018, and we're catching up with Aaron. Big E3 for Microsoft this year. Huge in many ways. We've got a couple of days of sort of digesting all the announcements that you made at the press conference and stuff like that. In your mind, sort of now that you can sort of look at the reactions and sort of gauge everything and digest it, how do you feel about the conference?
I mean, we're feeling great. We always try to bring a lot of excitement, a lot of news to our fans at E3. This year actually was the biggest briefing, the longest briefing, the most games, 50 titles in one briefing is pretty incredible. And we got to show a lot of games with exclusivity, a lot of world premieres. So it was fun. But I think within that, to sort of, start the show with Halo and, almost near the end, have the only problem I've got is Gears of War games announced, and then have Cyberpunk kind of hack our briefing for our fans. So it's not, I mean, if people actually sit down and think.
Where's the Crackdown part? What happened?
In a.
Let's say about Crackdown. Don't worry.
Place looks like a fucking crack house.
Xbox One X, so this is not.
Oh, the X. Oh, they mentioned that last year, right? This year it didn't exist.
Yeah, well, we have a whole team that builds the show, and we kind of go, team by team. So we'll sit down with Rob, and what is the ideal input? And if you just make something that's supposed to kind of work, that's not uniquely designed primarily as a starting point, you don't always end up with a great product. And so I think that's their focus, which I really, really admire. And then you look at Gears 5, which is a great example of a title that, has really big ambitions to be the biggest Gears ever. You see a lot of new color palette. And now we get to tell for the first time ever Gears through Kate's story. So we have a female lead now. And so it's really exciting. 3 games, 3 genres, 3 different platforms. The team's been busy.
Enough talk.
Certainly.
Into the boat. Into the tunnel. Get to the chopper.
Oh, we're still going. I don't know what's taking so long.
K2 included in the subscription, and then when Forza Horizon.
We're gonna go. Where's Crackdown? Where's Crackdown?
Collection and Halo 5's already in there.
It's on Game Pass.
Tremendous success.
is also has some
speed.
Sorry,
Is that
guys.
something that you've seen from players that they want?
There's just a whole bunch of crap all over in this thing.
early experience of the game, but actually start.
What is he saying? Why is this thing buffering like this?
Start playing the game from the point you would want to play it without having to wait for the whole thing to download is going to be a huge benefit.
Oh, yeah. How'd that go? How many games we heard that
Yeah,
about?
Crackdown development continues, and and what we did was by design. The team is hard at work. We're not going to have them be distracted by E3 this year. We didn't want to have. They are focused on giving them the time they need to finish the game. So we are giving them more time. And what we don't want to do is rush out a game before it's ready. The second thing we don't want to do is to basically launch a game like Crackdown in the middle of this holiday. You think about all the big blockbusters.
October is kind of hard, right?
October, like November, like the whole holiday is hard. So
February
is suddenly getting very crowded. So we thought February was going to be, like a nice sunny day at the beach. But anyway, I think it's great.
Hello,
the team is really
cutie
focused.
pie.
You haven't seen what they're doing
One
in
of us is
multiplayer,
in
but they're making some nice
deep
progress
trouble.
there as well. They are very heads down working on the game and with the commitment that they want to make.
Spit it out.
Their fans, and so the nice thing is
I do not want to touch his
back
ass.
to kind of Game
I want
Pass
to make
members.
him talk. Okay.
Then in February, we got another new title that comes in as well. So we think it'll be a great value. We'll show more of it when
Sorry, guys. Something's going down.
we're ready. But we didn't want to distract the development team at this time because
They didn't want to distract them. Their heads down working on this stuff. Get the gist. You get the gist. You get the gist. Sorry, it keeps doing You get the gist. Yes, I did see that. But did you see Crackdown? Don't worry about it. We did it by design. We always want to show the single player. Don't worry about it. And people saying, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't. And what happened? Going back and hearing that stuff now and seeing the product that we got in February, multiplayer-wise, there's a reason why we didn't see it at E3. There's a reason why they did a strategic showing of Terry Crews. It was smoke and mirrors, dude. That's what it was. So, it doesn't take that long ago to say, dude, like, why are people jumping to conclusions and concerned with Gears? For Crackdown 3, Phil Spencer delayed it. That was Phil Spencer's game. Like, that was his game. He delayed it when he's like, oh, it feels great. Oh, it doesn't feel like Crackdown. Delay. Exactly. Thank you. You saved me time going to go back and look for his quote. Phil Spencer on Crackdown 3. I was playing a Phil build yesterday. Nice work by the team. More work to do, but good progress. My agent felt like a wrecking machine. I enjoy. That was Phil Spencer playing Crackdown 3. All right? And you saw the Crackdown 3 product that we got. Does that attest to quality control over at Microsoft? Does that attest to Phil Spencer not knowing a game if he tripped over it? What a good game is. So, but last year at this time, we were like, well, it's the multiplayer. I'm concerned. And the same people, like, don't worry about it. Oh, no, it's fine. Phil Spencer says it's good. It's there. And what happened to the multiplayer? And what happened? So now we come to Gears 5. It doesn't come out next year. It comes out in the beginning of September. Oh, we're going to talk about Escape. People left E3 seeing the same thing. But wait a second. You showed us a little bit of the campaign. Analogous to Crackdown, you showed us some of the destruction that you were going to promise us, right? So why are we not talking about the same thing? Why are we talking, oh, it's campaign with Terry Crews now. And people are like, but what about the cloud? Oh, it's still there. Okay. So you tease us, you launched Gears 5 last year with the campaign, saying how ambitious it's going to be, big, you're controlling Kate for the first time ever, and oh my god, and it's a big world, and all this other stuff. But then, when we come back to E3 now, expecting to see more of the game, you go, oh, escape mode! Now, escape mode may be cool. 3 characters we don't know about with abilities. That's wonderful. But, like, what about the campaign? Oh, it's there. We're just not going to talk about it until the game releases, like in September. Why do I get the same kind of vibe that we got with the whole Crackdown thing? Like, you know? So people saying, well, I'm concerned. I think there's validity there because we just went through it with Crackdown. When they kind of control the narrative at E3 and said, oh no, it's about campaign and Sumo Digital and Terry Crews. But what about the cloud destruction? Oh, yeah, it's there. They're working hard on it. But what about the campaign? Oh yeah, it's there. We'll talk more about it in September. Why is it the last thing? Like, shouldn't you, especially with the difference in the game, the difference that you control in Gears, like, I don't even know if it's really been effectively told to, like, a lot of people to know that they're going to be controlling a different character. Like, I really think that Microsoft and Rod really need to show more of that campaign because they could catch a lot of people off guard who are not maybe in the know. And they're going to throw in, yo, where's the new Gears 5 game? Woo, put it in and go, who's this person? Where's Marcus? Where's Dom? Like, what? Oh, no, yeah, you control them in the beginning, but then now it's Kate's story. And it's like, oh, shit. Like, I think if they took the responsibility in changing the character and they took the ownership of changing the lead character and the protagonist in this story, it's their job to ensure that it's a clear line to understand why we're controlling her and why this is Gears 5. And they are not doing that. That's the problem. Of all times, you should be leading with the campaign because the campaign has a different main character. It's supposedly more ambitious, different. You should be really talking about the differences right now because you're going to probably tick a lot of people off. Again, you don't have to go that far back, everybody. Halo 5. Who thought they were going to control Agent Locke for 90% of the game? And now they're apologizing for it because it was a mistake. Don't you think Microsoft should learn their lesson? Right? Shit. We got a lot of backlash from the gaming community for Halo 5 not controlling the main character for the majority of the game. Even though we gave him a movie and he was a real actor and he looked good in the game and he had cool. It wasn't Master Chief. And they said at the time, well, this is Locke's story and Master Chief's gone rogue and all the excuses. But then, over the last 3 years, as they're hyping up the next Halo, they're like, shit, we're going back. It's a reboot. This is Master Chief's story. We're sorry. We got it. Like, they're realizing that they fucked up Halo 5 by making us control a character that's not Master Chief for 90% of the game. And now, we're here again. Gears 5, we're controlling a different character. It's a different character in a different area. Why is this not DLC? Why is this a Gears 5 campaign? What is different and ambitious about it? You need to be speaking about that. You can't just dump that on people in Game Pass in September. You can't do it because you're going to get so much smoke. Because there are people out there that don't realize where Gears 5 is going because you suck and you decide to go quiet for an entire year from Gears 4 reveal last year to the Gears 5 reveal last year to this year. You said we're going to show the campaign footage and then we're going to go lights out. You are sucking at your job.
The only problem I've got is that I'm doing your job.
And that's the thing, Mog, and that's what some people go to. It's only $10, you know? Who gives a shit? Gears for Game Pass. Hashtag Gears for Game Pass. Is that what this is? Do they not care? Because I'm going to tell you what. Like, the fact that they're holding this close to their chest, it's going to backfire. And it has nothing to do with it being a woman and a man. And it's the fact is that it's not the main character that has carried us for the last 6 games. And this is a numeral Gears 5. It's going to catch people off guard if we are controlling Kate. And they're going to go, what is this game? Because there's people that maybe don't follow this. That's why Microsoft has to, the Xbox and Rod need to be explaining and getting us excited too. It's open world. Like, I had this vision. I put out this tweet. They could have showed 2 minutes of video while the stage was opening. They could have showed Kate chainsawing somebody, Dell punching somebody in the face. Kate takes the new hammer, does a whole kind of like new execution, and then the wall drops down. Lights shine in. Kate walks through the light, and it's the open ice lake. The camera pulls back. And therefore, she goes, oh, we got a whole world of this, or something like that. Or like, oh, man, look at the size of this. Like, you know, we got a lot of work. We got a lot of ground to cover. And the camera pans back, and you see this huge ice lake hub world. How effective is that to know, wow, this is huge. This is almost like an open world Gears of War. Wow, this is exciting. And that's what people should be saying as critique. I understand that there's people out there just going to hate on it, but that's the kind of stuff that you do to get a gamer excited. You do those kind of reveals. You do those kind of things. Sony is a key. Look at Nintendo's troll video of doing Banjo. They could have just put Banjo in Switch. No, they made that whole friggin' like cutscene where they joked around that it was the Duck Hunt dog, and everybody's like, oh, then it's like, no, there he is. Like, you tease your fans. That's what you do. Like, you know what the gamer wants. You do that stuff. You show dual wielding. You show those things. Microsoft just doesn't get it. They don't get it. And it's going to backfire on them. And maybe they don't care because of Game Pass. Just throw it in Game Pass. We don't care. Day one sales, pre-orders. Who cares? What's up, Twisted? How you doing, man? And who knows what the campaign is. But you don't know. Josiah, just for president. It's just, dude, it's just like, to me, this is just common sense. Common sense. I just don't understand how they're that disconnected from us. A simple reveal. Oh, don't tell me you only had 6 minutes. You had 3 minutes to open up the stage. But that's how you reveal, and you make Gears look bigger than what it is. But you need to explain why we're using Kate. What's the new enemies? Like, hint at it. You basically said that in that video, you basically spoiled the Gears 4. Or you basically spoil the game. And the fact that she's going back and forth and back and forth. Like, you basically show that. So you basically said that she's, like, that's the game right there. Oh, she might turn to the queen. You showed an image of her turning into the queen. Talk about spoilers. Jesus. People are like, oh, they don't want to show campaign to spoil the game. Go watch the video of Kate's face. She turns into the queen legitimately right on the screen. It's like, oh, shit. There you go. Well, spoilers. Like, come on. There's a spoiler right there. The campaign wouldn't have spoiled it. And the fact that they're not owning up to this campaign, these design decisions, either shows that they're not confident or they don't give a shit and just put it in Game Pass. But they have showed lack of confidence in all their games. Crackdown, lack of confidence. Throw Terry Crews in there. State of K2. People asking Aaron Greenberg, hey, when are you going to show it? Oh, our marketing starts in the month that it comes out in May. And the marketing started with, oh, you're tethered to your host. Oh, that's great. Yeah. Sea of Thieves on the NDA. No, don't talk about it. Don't share any photographs. Oh, what do we do in Sea of Thieves? Oh, there's plenty of do. Yeah, you're right, Game Night. I think that they're talking about I think they're gonna have a launch video on YouTube when the game comes out, and it's gonna be a probably an extended version or maybe a shorter version of the demo that they show of the clip that they showed 2 years ago, or a year ago. That will be their single player reveal. And they're just gonna let us explore. Yeah, Bleeding Edge on the NDA? Why? Why on the NDA? What? Glitches? Like, what are we gonna see? Glitches, character? Like, why is that under NDA? There's no story. There's like, why is that under NDA? Because it's a technical test? Like, what? There's glitches to report? Oh no. People are saying that's running pretty polished. Exactly. They're so disconnected. They're so disconnected, and they don't know how to sell their product at all. I don't know what happened to them, and I think that's why they just throw everything into the fail-safe that is Game Pass. Game Pass is their safety net. Game Pass is their safety net. They don't need to put in all that effort and marketing and all that effort because it's going into a pool that already has an install base that's paying. Not an install base of console people that need to buy your game, but an install base of people that already signed up for the subscription that can't vote with their wallet. Guess what? If they don't like it, too bad, they won't click on the game. If they do like it, they will click on the game. But we got your money anyway. You can't vote with your wallet when you're subscribing to the service. So Ultimate Phil Ness is Game Pass. It is a safety net. They don't need to go out there and have Greenberg dressed up as Marcus Phoenix chainsawing people to get some notoriety. They don't need to do that. All they need to do is just say Game Pass it, and it just shows up on your device. And Keon Williams, like Karen, like if I'm saying your name right, if you look at what their marketing is Game Pass. It's not Gears 5. Like, it's the fact that Gears 5 is in Game Pass is the reason why Gears 5 gets mentioned, but it's really Game Pass. AMD is running a promotion that with Gears of 5 as the image, you don't get Gears of War 5, you get 3 months of Game Pass with the AMD purchase of a graphics card. You get Game Pass. You don't get the game, you get Game Pass. See, that's the thing. They don't advertise the game because now the game is part of the community. It's part of the many. You might come in for Gears 5, but you'll stay for other games. That's what they're trying to do. But they want you to come in the door with Game Pass. They don't want you to buy Gears 5 by itself. If you do, that's a bonus. Oh, that's great. That's an extra sale. But they want you to come through Game Pass. And it's Game Pass featuring Gears, not Gears of War. Oh, and you could buy it in Game Pass. No, it's Game Pass featuring Gears 5. That's Microsoft's MO for this. And that's a concern, because is this going to be Gears for Game Pass? Short-ass DLC campaign, not very ambitious, kind of like run-of-the-mill campaign. Just like, dude, okay, yeah, I guess this could have been DLC. And my fear is that who's not going to come out and go, yo, that campaign in Gears 5 could have just been DLC for Gears 4. And what will the internet say about that when you see reviewers say that? If that Gears campaign could be Gears 4 DLC. Oh, the multiplayer is still there, and the game modes are pretty ambitious, and, some of the the cool game modes are there. Campaign is pretty good, 6-7 hour campaign, but it could have been just DLC for Gears 4. Really, wasn't anything huge or anything different. That sounds like Gears for Game Pass, doesn't it? Yeah. And where is it? Just to have some, hold on. There you go. Sorry, Jemiah, I don't want to get you upset, but there you go. You see it? There it is. July 8th. Get 3 months of Xbox Game Pass when you buy an AMD Radeon graphics or Ryzen processor. See? And here's the ad. Play Gears 5 and over 100 PC games. Buy select AMD Radeon graphics and Ryzen and get 3 months of Game Pass for PC. Shit, it's not even Game Pass Ultimate. It's Game Pass for PC. The $10 version. So basically you get $30 worth. So what are they pushing? Gears 5? Master Chief Collection, Halo 5, Gears 4, Gears Ultimate, no, Game Pass. And what happens after 3 months? You're going to get this PC gamer who just bought this graphics card to go pay $10 a month to continue playing your games? And nonetheless, the promotion goes from July 1st to March 10th, 2020, right? And the service will launch in beta July 9th, and it starts now. So if you buy the game, you're playing basically Xbox for Game Pass PC. You're getting a beta. You're not even getting a full product. You're getting a friggin' beta. How's that shit? They don't care. It's crazy. It's crazy. That's why it was such a breath of fresh air when Nintendo came out and said, yo, we're not focusing on pushing it. We're focusing on building on install base and making games for it. That's it. And Sony comes out and, we're making great games. And you know what? Sony might have streaming in PlayStation Now. But they're not going to take their next Last of Us 2 day and date and put it on a cell phone via PlayStation Now. They're not doing that. Sony finds value in the exclusives. They are Phil Spencer of old. To come back to it. And I just want to wrap it up with this for the guys that had joined, the grinders that had joined later. This is the essence of this whole Phil Spencer story. This is Phil Spencer in 2014. Exclusive games will continue to play a major role for Xbox in the new console generation. I'm a true believer in exclusive platform features like Kinect, Smart Glass, and the cloud. We know where that went, right? But games have been the bedrock for the console. We came out the gate strong with Forza, Dead Rising 3, and Rise. And we haven't slowed down with Kinect Sports and Titanfall. This E3 will be important for us to show games our future plans for exclusives and third-party support. And now we have in-development exclusives, Sunset, Project Spark, Quantum Break, and Halo, in addition to some exciting titles you'll hear more about at E3, which was Scalebound and Fable Legends. E3 will be able to share games coming exclusively to Xbox One. When's the last time you ever heard that, guys? Isn't that sad? That line right there. What has it been? 3 years? Never hear that it's done. And it's only going to get better, he says. Phil Spencer, Circle 2014. And now, he says single player games don't have their audience. He says, new
studios, and we've
all this bullshit.
If you pick that, I know,
gaming
and
games
wanting
for
to do a good
everybody.
job of that.
What are you
gaming,
most excited about? Are you most
and all
excited
that
about
other hubbub.
Getting off stage,
know.
meeting with the fans,
No,
meeting with
that's not
developers? Tell me about that.
I'm always excited about
It's going to get a lot worse. Stay along for the ride. But this is just add clarity to the tale. Yeah, he says that stuff, and then he follows it up with,
We're really focusing first on what it means to play these games on your phone. So when we thought about how can we get as many people playing on a phone as possible.
So what you need to realize is this is where the dichotomy is coming in the community. The community was built off of an idea of exclusivity, community, Xbox Live, online gaming, let's play together, sign me up, Exclusives bring the community together. Let's go. And Phil has diluted that community by saying, oh no, you can play with your friends on an iPad and your friends on a Switch and those guys on PC. And, and then you realize the first thing somebody does on console is click, I don't want to play with PC gamers. Just like they've been begging for in Sea of Thieves. PC gamers are PC gamers. And Twisted, you're right. Sony, and now Sony can mess up, but Sony has so much that they could just do. Just the Death Stranding release date took so much momentum away. And Microsoft's talking clouds and, oh, we got these special controllers you stick to your phone and all. It's like, and Sony's like, yeah, Death Stranding. There you go. Oh, Iron Man VR. Oh, the Predator game. Where that's not even. Oh, Concrete Genie. Yeah, we got Shenmue 3. It doesn't look that great though. Shenmue 3. Oh yeah, we got Medieval. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Oh, we still didn't tell you about Last of Us 2's coming out. Oh, and Ghost of Tsushima. Oh, and then we got probably sequels coming out to our games. And that's the shit that we know. This is not us sitting here in a show going, what do you think? Oh, I think the Initiative is making a blockbuster game. I think the second team and third teams of Ninja Theory is going to make some great game. No. We're not sitting here speculating what a bunch of people sitting in an office are going to make for us. We're telling you games that we know that are coming. We saw what they look like. We just need dates of when I could play them. That's a whole different story than us sitting around going, what do you think the collective is making? Oh, I think that they're going to make a good single-player game. Ninja Theory's A team is working on that one. Oh, this is their 20-person team. The Initiative is bringing up some bangers. Oh, yeah, there's 30 people there. What game are they making with 30 people? God of War 2? With 30 people. Okay. 30 people at the Initiative. Oh, they got the talent acquisition. Oh, look, they hired the same guy that cleaned the toilet bowls over at God of War Studios. Oh, shit, he's wiping the asses of all the people over at the Initiative. What a great pickup. What do you think the Obsidian's going to make? Oh, we already know Outer Worlds. That's coming to every place. But you want to know what? They got another team, and they're making another RPG. Oh, man, I don't know what that could be. Oh, no, the second team. These studios are 100 people. I said before, do the math. Yeah, they're making a quadruple A game. You're right, Game Night. Know what they're making? They're making 4 single A games. That's what they're doing. And they put it all together, and they make it a 4 quadruple A game. They got 30 people. They got a team of 5, 5, 5, 5. They go, oh, all you guys make a 1 game each. And they're going to put them there. Or as Twisted says, they're going to do 2 double A games. And duct tape them together. That's right. That's what they're going to fucking do. They're going to fucking take those single A games. They got a bunch of fucking duct tape. Phil Spencer a duct tape. And duct tape them all together and package it as a quadruple A game. That's what they're going to do. 30 people, my ass. But that's the news coming out of Xbox. Oh, what do you think they're going to make? What do you think they're going to do? Oh, my God. And then, what confidence? Duct tape. DuckTales. Duct tape. What do you think they're going to... like, that's the thing. You sit here and speculate. Oh, no, the Outer Worlds. Oh, they're going to make another game. Instead, Phil Spencer knows it's going to take years for these guys to hit there to even make games. You should be locking down shit now. You should be signing timed exclusives. You should be making the core audience stick around because there's more and more people going, I'm not waiting 3 years, 2 years for me to figure out if there's going to be a game I like. And then look at it. What happens if you're sitting here and then the collective comes out or the Initiative and it's like, oh, here's our game we've been working on for the last 2 years. And it's like Bleeding Edge. Or it looks like Battletoads. And you've been waiting for 2 to 3 years for what their next game is going to be. And they show it. And it's like, oh, here it is. A franchise favorite. Battletoads, and it looks like that. What are you going to say? I sat here for 2 years believing in Xbox, these studios are going to make these games. That's what I tell people. You don't even know what type of games or even what platform they're going to make them on. There is so much variability with Microsoft Game Studios. You have no idea. It is not even close. It is not even close. For all you know, the collective could be making a cell phone game. They have their own studio, the friggin' Rod Ferguson studio, making a mobile game for a phone and a PC exclusive. Why is he making a PC exclusive in Gears Tactics? Why? I went over that in the last couple of videos. Why? Why? Because he wants to make the PC people feel special. That's the only reason why. So Microsoft does value exclusives, just not for the Xbox console. And there's your message. So what are you waiting for? The bus is never coming. And you didn't even sign up for this future. That's the saddest part. We've seen Phil Spencer and company double talk us from 2014 to now with lies. The bus is never coming unless he gets out of there. Or they realize that all this extra effort that they're doing is making them lose subscribers. Like I said, they need us more than we need them. There are plenty of other options out there. More options from them and options from everybody else. Google, PlayStation, Nintendo, cell phones. There's so many places to play games right now. Microsoft needs us more than we need them. Especially with the content and quality of games that they've been delivering, we really don't even need them that much. That's the saddest part about it. We don't even need them that much because those games are forgettable. They think that people want to turn on a game, complain about it, get 65s. Oh, and we'll fix it over the next year and a half. Who has time for that?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Who?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
With the amount of games coming out and exclusives and games, who has time to wait for a game to be fixed? Who? So, you want to know why there's so much frustration? It's because there's a realization. Yeah, exactly. Phil Spencer and Phil Harrison, the two Phils. Don't trust a person named Phil. But there is so much stuff going out because people are coming to the realization that the bus is not coming. And this is a one-way trip to a world that nobody on the Xbox console side signed up for. Some people may be going to adapt to it and just stick around because they got the library and all that other stuff. And that'll just be inevitable. The inevitable is that Microsoft will just drop the support for Scarlet, just like they stopped their support for Kinect. You know, they pretended like they were going to support it with the S. Oh, here's the adapter. It comes free with you if you register for the adapter with the S. And then all of a sudden, the X comes out a year later, and they no longer have the port on those systems, and then they no longer sell the adapter, and then the Kinect is useless. They won't even trade it in at GameStop. Is basically a brick, a $250 camera that they were selling as an accessory. It's done. And how was it dropped? Did Phil Spencer come out and go, Kinect is dead? No, they would never say that. Instead, oh, we're just not making the adapter anymore, and there's no way to hook it up to your Xbox One. It's done. And they'll do something similar to that with Scarlet. Yeah, you know, Scarlet sells maybe 5,000, 10,000. And Sony just flies out of the gate if they price it right. Depends on how fast they want to sell the next gen console. And then they'll look at Scarlet and be like, yeah, man, that's like the creme de la creme. We got a few 20,000 people on the Scarlet. You know what? People are signed up for Game Pass. Game Pass is our new Xbox Live. You know what? We got Game Pass. We got the 4 million people signed up for Game Pass. They're playing it on PC. They're on their phones. You know, we got some of our games and Xbox Lives onto Switch. You know, we'll see if Sony allows it. And that's what they'll do. And they'll just be like, yeah, Scarlet, stick around. Yeah, whatever. And that's it. They already have done that with the Xbox right now. They don't support the console. When's the last time you had an Xbox One console exclusive? Never. Not in 3 years. If that's not telling, they didn't talk about it this E3. They're not going to talk about it next E3. It's not coming back. And that's the saddest part of all. But where we came from, they made us believe that they were in it to win it. And I never thought that if they lost it, they would lose this bad and cower out this much. And try to move the goalpost. And try to change this. Oh, negative. What's positive? What's positive? What's positive about losing exclusivity of the purpose of why a console exists? What's positive about that? The whole reason why you own a console is for exclusives. Oh, I don't buy a console for exclusives. Then get a PC then. Because everybody in the world buys a console for exclusives. That's what makes you come. Yeah, you buy a console because of, I bought it because of Call of Duty. Yeah. But guess why you bought it for Call of Duty? Because your friends play on that console. And why do your friends play there? Because they're the hardcore. And why did the hardcore buy the console? Because the hardcore bought it because that's where the games were. That's why. No, I'm not saying everybody. But a majority of the people choose their platform not only where their friends go, but their friends go because that's where the games are. Halo, Gears of War brought people in for 360 and they stuck around for Call of Duty. And so Microsoft got the exclusive time stuff for Call of Duty. So you wanted to play that game first. If you were serious about Call of Duty, you were doing that. Exactly, Game Night. Nobody's buying a Switch to play Witcher 3. You're buying a Switch for the games exclusively to their platform. So the hardcore, the core audience, is going to tell where the generation goes based on price, power, or content. Albert Pinello said it. It wasn't me. It was Albert Pinello. The Xbox guy is no longer there. The head of hardware. He said it. It's a balance of price, content, the cost, content, and power. Price, power, and content. That's what it was. I'm just trying to think of it. But yeah. And the games. That's where they go. The content. If you have all the power, but no games, you're Xbox OG. Had a lot of power, more powerful than the PlayStation 2, but didn't have the library the PlayStation 2 had. Therefore, PlayStation 2 was out earlier, but also sold more because it had a huge library of games. And I'm talking about exclusives and multiplat. See, if you just have exclusives, that's a kind of a double-edged sword, because then if you're not getting games that everybody else is getting, then kind of you're losing exclusives. You're losing exclusives for those exclusives, and that's the problem Nintendo runs into. Is that, yeah, you come for the exclusives, but that's better be all you're interested in, because you're interested in any other type of games, you might not get those on Nintendo. So if you just have exclusives that drive your console, that's bad, but you need a balance. And Sony has that perfect balance right now. They're making games that nobody else is doing with single-player, narrative-driven not just like single-player games, but they're making games that demonstrate the power of their system, that graphically they're very good looking, that show like, wow, that looks good, instead of cartoons all the time. But they have very serious stories, serious tones. And maybe not super serious, like Spider-Man was super serious, but like it has mature tones, but it has a cool narrative with characters, and you get invested in the story. Now, Microsoft had some of that with Gears and Halo, but they just don't know how to tell a good story, or I don't know what they're doing over there. But just to kind of wrap this thing up, guys, you see what's going on in that article, and I'll put the link in my chat of this article, and this is just one of many. But the key is that you got to go back. And people say, "Oh, that's old article. That's old news." No, it's not old news. That's the stuff that we were promised. That's the stuff you hear. That was the stuff that people right now were praising Sony, saying, "Oh, it's about the hardcore. It's about the games and this." Phil was talking that in 2014. It's just that they changed. And that's why a lot of people are fed up. And now they're spread very thin. They're focusing on things that I don't think they're ready for. I don't think they're ready for the PC. I think by putting their games on PC and Steam, there are certain expectations that those gamers have that Microsoft is just not ready for the headaches. And yeah, it's a bait and switch. And that's what grinds my gears, Wound Up Penguin. That's exactly what it is. It's a bait and switch. You sold us on a console. You told us a bad exclusive. It was going to get better. You started with the exclusives. And then you stopped. And said it's not about that. It's about you playing your games anywhere. No. It's about me playing great games. And what's interesting is that when you change the focus to I'm playing my games everywhere, all of a sudden the quality of your games got worse. So it wasn't even that your quality went up. Your quality went down. The more platforms went up. And that's the thing. Who gives a shit about streaming? Did you see the list of streaming games? Lucky's Tales, Gears Ultimate, Halo Wars 2. Halo Wars 2 on a cell phone via streaming. Do you need bifocals to play that game on a 7-inch screen? Halo Wars 2? It's all their first-party games. But my question is, who gives a shit where you play, Phil? I want to know, do I want to play it? Then I'll figure out where I will play it. But the first thing that you need to ask your teams, make a game that gamers want to play. Don't worry about where they're going to play it. Worry about, do they want to play it? Then worry about the where. Because you are very, very, very focused on the where to play and not even wondering if these games have the quality that gamers are going to want to play them. You put Crackdown in streaming. Nobody wants to play Crackdown 3. So who gives a shit if it's playable on a phone or on a toilet bowl? What matters? And the funny thing, we're talking about what Game Night says, they're filing patents for mobile controls coming for xCloud. I'm going to show those while I have you guys here. You see this shit.
We're really focusing first on what it means to play these games on your phone. So we thought about how can we get as many people playing on a
You see
phone
this.
as possible.
This is their effort. This is a prototype of controllers. This is your future? This. This. This is where their energy is going. He thinks that we're going to walk around with a controller that comes in pieces and strap it to our cell phones. And what is it? Held on by suction cups? A vice? Which is very interesting, Grinders, is that look. Attachments are less bulky and then solutions. They already exist, like Game Case, Game Vice, Ion Arcade Mobile. Did you even know that Game Case, Game Vice, Ion Arcade Mobile even made some thingamajigs like this? No. You want to know why? Because nobody plays games like this.
I'm trying to use the phone!
The person playing Panda Pop doesn't know what the fuck to do with the two sticks, shoulder buttons. They don't know. And I think it's hilarious. Brad Sams said, oh, this will be great for $30. $30? Motherfucker, the fucking controllers are $70 for the other ones. You think one that breaks apart like this is going to be $30? Maybe one of them. That shit's not going to be no $30. The fuck out of here, $30. What's up, Plays United, man? What's up, man? That's what he wants. That. You're going to see 2 billion people walking around like with that shit. Who thinks that that's an idea? Now, yeah, it's a prototype. But what world is somebody taking that and playing that way? The mere fact that you have to bring those two accessories with you if you want to play. Oh, I'm in line. Oh, shit, it's going to be 45 minutes. Oh, shit. Oh, did I remember to bring my controller, contraption with me? No? Ah, shit, I guess I can't play Gears 5 while I'm on, waiting online. Now, the other gamer is, oh, I'm waiting online. It's going to be 45 minutes. Yo, let me take out my phone. I'll pull some of this fucking Angry Birds bullshit, tap around here. Here we go. Okay, done. You got to remember to bring that contraption with you. And you got to remember to have that contraption charged. Same thing with a controller. The whole idea of mobile gaming is just kind of like wherever, whenever I want. If you have to bring an accessory with your controller, you got to bring an accessory with your phone. It defeats the whole purpose of mobile gaming. Fuck, I don't even bring the Switch. It's like, oh shit, I wish I brought the Switch. That's a friggin' gaming console that sometimes I forget to bring because it's not my phone. But now think about it. You bring your phone with you. It's like, oh shit, did I bring the controller with me too? Oh shit, I didn't. And then on top of that, are you going to be able to play with the internet that you're connecting to? Not only is that control awkward, but now you got to depend on the network where you are, if that's going to work. And let me ask you that. Are you going to pay for that controller? Are you going to pay $10 a month for that time to play the game while you're online at Chick-fil-A. Is that something you're going to subscribe to? Because it's not free. All right? You want to stream from your console? That's not xCloud. I'm talking xCloud. That's not free. Streaming from your console, it works somewhat. But it's not the way to play. You could kill a few minutes or something like that, fine. But the thing is that these games that they're making, and that's another reason why I bring back to the whole point of Game Pass as being a bad influence on Microsoft games. If Phil wants Game Pass and xCloud and trying to reach 2 billion mobile gamers, do you think they're going to make these long, drawn-out, narrative-driven, intensive games? No. They're going to make quick, mobile, segmented, fragmented, easy to digestible, accessible, mobile type games. And what do you see, everybody, that they're putting into Game Pass? Little indie games, little kind of just like a mobile market. Like Battletoads. Look at Gears 5. Oh, it's 5 segments. Oh, really? What's up, Shadow the Ghost? How you doing, man? It's 5 pieces to Gears. There's Escape, there's Horde, there's Multiplayer, and there's Campaign. Oh, and then there's a bonus. Oh, really? Such a nice fragmented game that you could easily jump in and out of the 5 different or 4 different game modes of Gears 5. It's being positioned as a fragmented game. Not as a complete package, but as, 4 different type of experiences within Gears. Oh, really? Sounds nice for somebody on the go. The Bambi game. Yes. So, think about it. When you want to play anywhere, wherever you are, you're not going to sit down with your phone and cuddle up with a hot coffee and sit there and go, oh man, I'm going to play this 4-hour campaign. Lucky if your battery lasts that long. You're not going to be playing that kind of stuff on the go with streaming. Instead, you're going to play easy, digestible, accessible games. You're not going to play a game that you're going to, I got to grind for hours in here. Now, granted, the games they have in there are older games like Halo 5. They're not going to change that game. But I'm telling you, the games moving forward, now that Game Pass is a thing and streaming is a thing, Gears 5 is going to be the start of it. I think Sea of Thieves was the first start. You're going to see the games change to adapt to a more accessible, play as Jackbot, a more accessible, a more digestible, a more fragmented, and a more simplistic game design and game structure and types of games. Hence the AA studios that they bought. Because that's the Game Pass, and we refer to it as Game Pass fodder. That's the stuff that's going to attract the 2 billion people that they care about. Because we're not talking Phil Spencer 2014 where he gave a shit about us. We're talking Phil the Phone Spencer right now. And that guy, he don't care where we play our games. He don't care if you buy his console. He don't care what you say. He thinks he mocks you. He thinks that you're silly for saying we want to see campaign at E3, the biggest stage. Oh, no. He'll show it later. Really, you hype up E3 stage, the biggest place to show, and you should show your tentpole game that comes out in 3 months, and instead, you say, no, we'll show it later. I'm excited about the stuff we didn't announce. Really. Really. You hyped up E3, saying you're going to go big this year. And then all you did on that big stage was tell us to wait till next year. Tell us that campaign's coming later. And tell us that you're excited what you didn't announce. And you didn't announce shit at that E3. You trotted out a bunch of wrestlers under the stage and brought Keanu Reeves out to show a third-party game. You talked about streaming and said, oh, it's remote play from your Xbox, completely confusing everybody. And then you even announced your next-gen console to crickets. Nobody's even talking about Project Scarlet. Nobody cares. Because you already sold Xbox One S. Then a year later, try to sell people on a $500 Xbox One X with Super Lucky's Tales and Disney Adventures Remastered. And then a year and a half later, you say no more Xbox One X enhancements to old games, no more backwards compatibility, those are the two big announcements that even justified people getting the X, was the fact that you were updating old-ass games to Xbox One X enhancements. That stopped at this year's E3. And now you sit there with your $500 Xbox One X, still $500, and you sit here and wait for the next Xbox in another year and a half. And you want to know Mo HD, Rozzy? The last Grind My Gears topic, because I always say what grinds your gears. Fuck hardware ray tracing. Fuck ray tracing and fuck all that bullshit. Because without games, who gives a flying fuck about that? I don't give a shit if it's hardware, software, cockware. I could give a fuck about ray tracing. It means nothing. Just like 4K, native 4K, checkerboarding, this fucking boarding, this, it doesn't fucking matter. The Xbox Scarlet could run 200 fucking teraflops. And if they're going to give you Battletoads remastered, motherfuckers, you could shove that ray tracing so far up your ass where the rays won't shine. Who gives a fucking shit? And if you care so much about fucking ray tracing, then go buy a fucking P-fucking-C. And stop bringing all that bullshit to us console peasants. Because I don't give a fuck. And if it has hardware ray tracing and it's $100 more, fuck ray tracing. Nobody gives a shit. All right? That's for the devs to decide. Cares. It doesn't matter. Hardware does not matter without software. NVIDIA could be making 20, 30, to 4080 Ti's. The software is slower than the hardware. It will always be. The hardware war will never be won because hardware moves faster than software. They tinker a couple of things, and that's it. Software is where the time and energy is spent. And ray tracing will be the same thing. It'll be like, oh, well, we have ray tracing in this. Oh, shit, but the frames are 30 frames per second. Oh, shit. It doesn't matter. Who cares? Because what are you going to say? Ray tracing in Battletoads? Is there ray tracing in Ori? And what happens if they put ray tracing in God of War 2? Yay. And God of War, what does it matter? Oh, that's software ray tracing. The PlayStation 5 is not more powerful than the... And who cares if the PlayStation 5 has hardware ray tracing? Who cares? You know who cares? Digital Foundry cares. So I'm glad ray tracing gives them more content because, you know, without them, nobody would know 4K native versus 4K checkerboarding versus 4K slap you in the face it. Nobody would care. Just like all these experts out there got to wait for Digital Foundry to tell them if it's 4K native, 4K checkerboarded, 4K dynamic, 4K this. And I'm sure with these new hardware, they're going to show you ray tracing. They're going to show some tech demo. Sony's done it all the time. They show the wizard guy. Holy shit, look at that. You know what? It's all nice and dandy, but it's all a controlled environment. But power does not matter when you don't have the software. If the Nintendo Switch is not proof of this, it would not been selling the way it is. You got to have the software. Software is what we play. I don't play ray tracing. I don't play executives. I don't play they hired the recruitment strategy person. And I'm not saying that ray tracing is not a thing, but it does not belong right now as a measuring stick to see who's going to win next generation. Who's going to win the console war? It doesn't matter. It may be a thing on PC. And maybe the hardware can do it. And maybe you could use ray tracing as an equivalent to match ray tracing versus the console power and see analogous of what the GPU in the console is to the PC. PC gamers will win. Okay? Hooray, hooray, hooray. Nobody's going to beat PC power. So the consoles do their own thing. Stop comparing the console versus a PC. Okay? Stop it. PC is not a console. A PC is a PC. There's a reason why PC and consoles coexist because they're two different markets. And PC is always going to win. Because guess what? You could take that whole GPU that you got in there and you could route that shit to do something that you want directly. I see I got a dislike because somebody thinks that ray tracing is a shit. Hey, man. Grinds my gears, can't agree with everything. But PCs exist because they are PCs. Gaming PCs exist because they're there. Even if the Xbox Scarlet and the PlayStation 5 are the most powerful, and they're so powerful, the developer is going to decide how to use that power. You don't have control over that. And that's the biggest difference. If you want, I want all my power to go to resolution on PC, do it. I want all my power to go into frames. Do it. On console, the developer is going to tell you what you want to do. So I'm not here to knock consoles. I want to play on consoles because of the exclusives. Because guess what? God of War is not on PC. And it's the best looking version on the Pro. Now, yeah, it'll probably look good on, it'll definitely look great on PC. I'm sure. But you want to know what? That's why console markets exist. They're two different markets. And the biggest differentiator of them is the exclusive games. That's why a lot of PC guys sometimes regretfully buy a console because they can't play those games on the PC. And that's the power of what an exclusive does. But I just going off, man. I just gone off with the ray tracing thing because I've been seeing just so many people using that as a measuring stick as to the consoles. And I'm like, dude, we don't even know how it functions in PCs. There's not that many games that use it. So why are we classifying like people going, oh, the Xbox is going to have hardware ray tracing and the PlayStation is going to do software? It's like, who cares? Who cares? That's not the battle that we should be fighting. If you're a console gamer, that's not what we should be talking about. We should be talking about what the fuck you're going to play. And when Microsoft has an E3 like they do, who's asking for ray tracing? I just want great games. Let the ray tracing come later. Like, that's my point with the whole ray tracing thing. But just, who cares? Stop fighting that. That's not the battle. Like, what? If Xbox has hardware ray tracing, what happens? Will you sell 100 million consoles day one? I said this before. Halo Infinite. You're going to line up. Ooh, it's a cold November evening. And you're lining up with the Xbox Scarlet. All the Xbox fans in line. Wind is howling. It's cold as hell. Best Buy opens up their doors. They welcome you into Best Buy. You line up. You pick up Halo Infinite. You pick up the brand new Xbox Scarlet. You fight through the snow. You get back home. Plug in that Scarlet to your 4K TV. You sit back. You put Gears in. You put Halo Infinite in. It doesn't even have to install. The SSD so fast. You get into the open world campaign. And you take your first screenshot. And you share it on Twitter. And you go, Halo Infinite looks beautiful. And then a motherfucker on PC with a 3080 Ti motherfucking X0256 shares his same screenshot showing how much better his screenshot of Halo Infinite looks than yours. Because PC is unlimited fucking power. And now you sit there going, I just paid $600 for the most powerful console. And that's the world that Phil Phone Spencer has given you. And with that, I'm lights out, guys. I appreciate everybody coming through. And I want to thank you again. There it is. RTX 4K, 220 hertz. Most powerful PC in the world. Fucking coolers. They put the fucking liquid cooling outside in the yard. And it's running through the house. That's because Halo Infinite is going to be played best and look best on PC. I'm going to go play some games. I'm out of here. Thank you very much, guys. This has been Jez7780. What grinds my gears? I will post down below what grinds your gears. And then you guys definitely can let me know how you feel. And to share, like the video. And I will be out. Thank you very much, everybody.